Okay, total's 1,087.
What?
1,000.
1,000.
If it don't make money, it don't make sense.
$1,000 on the first date.
1,000.
How much money, is respectable enough to spend on a first date?
$2,000.
Ladies, this is how you get taken on a $1,000 first date, coming from somebody who's been on multiple $1,000 first dates / second dates. Michelin restaurants, I'm talking helicopter rides, sailing, single plane engine ride.
Are you tricking on the first date? Yeah. If you look good, you smell good, taste good, I will spend that bag. Y'all gonna talk shit about me. The most I spent on the first date was $1,200, but let me tell you how I did it.
You want to know how and why I spent $1,000 on a first date?
Cancel the holidays. Winter is
here.
All right, gentlemen, listen. Winter is here for you also. The reason why I say this is because if you're spending this kind of money on a first date or just a date in general, and this is your wife, fiance, or significant other, life partner, whatever you want to call them these days, this is you. I guess you can call me Scrooge McDuck around here. I hold on to the coin so tight.
Are you tricking on the first date? Yeah. If you look good, you smell good, taste good, I will spend that bag. Y'all gonna talk shit about me. The most I spent on the first date was $1,200, but let me tell you how I did it. You DM her, hey, I want you. If she respond, let her know. Hey, we got reservations at 8 o'clock. Be ready and dressed. Don't worry about where we're going. Be dressed. Oh my God, he's so sweet, and bitch, be ready this time. Boom. You send a black truck to him. Flowers in there. Teddy bear. Boom. Bring him to the restaurant. You know, get him 2-3 lemon drops. You know, there ain't nothing but goddamn $25 lemon drop. And then you take them to the lounge right after that. Bad bitches love hookah. Knock them down. That easy.
Sorry, I'm not familiar who this person is. So what he said is almost like pay to play. What I mean by that is he's paying $1,200 essentially with the attempt to knock him down. Because it doesn't sound like he really is invested in him long term. But whatever works for you.
You want to know how and why I spent $1,000 on a first date? Okay, well, the why is pretty easy. The why is because I've been waiting to go out with her for over a year. And the breakdown, you want the breakdown? Okay, let me give you the breakdown. First of all, the Uber rides, because she wanted the Uber, so we just did Uber rides everywhere. So the Uber rides alone were $150. All right. Dinner and flowers. Yeah, dinner and flowers, that was another $300. So that puts me at $450. After dinner, we went to a really great show. A really great show. Tickets and drinks, yeah, $300. So that puts us at $750. And the other $250 was spent at midnight on a midnight helicopter ride over the city of Las Vegas. Mwah, chef's kiss, it was fantastic. And that's the breakdown of the $1,000 date.
$1,000 on the first date, and you've been in the friend zone for over a year. So he already knew. He says, I'm coming out guns blazing. He said, whatever it takes. I do hope that this has lasted longer than just the first date. Gentlemen, you have to be mindful of your most important asset, your time, and then your second, your resources.
All right, so yesterday, me and my homies Kevin White and Jair from the New Percent, we was all on live, and Kevin was like, yeah, I had $1,000 date before. And he was saying like he spent 10 o'clock in the morning with the girl till 11 p.m. And he ended up spending over $1,000. And I was like, I thought about it, I'm like, I spent $1,000 on a date easily. And Jair was wigging out. He was like, y'all popping it. Like, I ain't never spent $1,000. And I just had to come back and I thought about it because my nigga made a whole video. He made a whole video asking, was he tweaking? And I just had to feel like, was I absurd? Because the whole time, I just spent $1,000 in a date with just my friends, with just female friends. I just spent $1,000 in a date on a date. From brunch to day drinking to dinner to the club afterwards. So we ended up after that. I remember I go as far as to say I spent $1,000 on the first date. My cousin's friend came back in town. I paid her. I paid like $50 to Uber from the airport to her crib, which was dumb as fuck because she had to get to her crib anyway from the airport. Right? I don't know why I did that shit. Then we went to like Maple and Ash and the bill was like $827 and they was like, that's not that bad. And I paid the shit. So I was like, that's like what, a $9 date plus a tip. I did this shit before. I'm trying to see, is it abnormal? Is this a Chicago thing? Am I tweaking? Like, ladies, what's the most expensive date y'all been on, fellas? How much have y'all paid for a date? Because my nigga Jair he's making me feel like I'm the problem here. He made me feel like I'm the problem.
All right, gentlemen, we lost the plot at this point. $1,000 plus on a date. And the bad part about it is, These gentlemen are from my hometown. And I promise you, the way we grew up, we didn't grow up this way. And I get it. Money is relative to how much you make a year. But on the date, getting to know someone, you're paying a premium price for their company? Not at all.
Okay, total's 1,087.
What?
They got express.
I got a load more money. Thank you. We're on a date. It's our first date together. So I don't, spending $1,000 on a first date's a little crazy.
No, that means it's going well. Yeah, it means it's going well, period.
Yeah.
She knows what she's talking about.
But it's all about our chemistry, not the money spent, right?
Exactly.
Right, I know, huh? The woman behind the counter even championed it. So I'm going to leave it with the ladies. I'm going to let them end this and show you how you're supposed to spend $1,000 on a date. Gentlemen, you be wise not to pay attention.
Ladies, this is how you get taken on a $1,000 first date coming from somebody who's been on multiple $1,000 first dates / second dates. Michelin restaurants, I'm talking helicopter rides, sailing, single plane engine ride, all on first dates or second dates, okay? By the way, just so you know, there are women out there less interesting than you, less beautiful than you, receiving all these things just because they ask. Okay, here's what they're doing. Here's 3 things. 1, they're identifying the right person. Is this even possible for him? You cannot ask a rock to bark. Number 2, you need a location max. Where's their condensed wealth? Can this even happen, by the way? Logistically, can you go sailing on the ocean in Arkansas? No, you have to pick location where this is logistically possible. Ignore my Vaseline on my freaking eye. Anyway, LA, San Francisco, Miami, New York, these are places with high condensed wealth, okay? Number 3, your energy. You have to bring the right energy, okay? You do. As he has to know how to treat you. I never offer to pay on the first dates. I never offer to split because if I do, I'm not gonna like him at all. He agrees, okay? Don't even offer. You have to let him know how to win. You have to let him know how to win. I know sometimes we don't do that, but do it. Okay, these are the 3 lessons for how to be taken on $1,000 first dates. Basically, the main lesson is dare to ask. So I actually don't think you need to be any certain way. I think you can be anybody and do this. But before y'all are like, Domo, you're a gold digger. I have my own money, okay? I have my own resources. I'm actually very, very accomplished in my own life. I'm very proud and I am super independent. I don't need anyone. But it's sure damn nice when a guy steps in and does these things for you. It's hot. Yes, the guys are gonna comment, what can the woman do for me then? Anything. Anything you want, she'll do it for you. If you are treating her like a queen, she will treat you like a king. I mean everything, okay? It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
She said multiple $1,000 dates, which means the fact that she's still out here dating you guys and taxing you all. Taxing, listen to me very carefully. She's taxing you and you're none the wiser.
Hey, wait.
I'm Maya.
You go on a date with a dude. How much you gotta spend on the first date? I wanna know.
I'm thinking a minimal.
Be realistic.
1,000.
1,000.
If it don't make money, it don't make sense.
$1,000 on the first date.
1, 0, 0.
All right, tell me how that accumulates.
I mean, just look at me like.
So you think my real niggas? You think they gonna spend $1,000 on the first date?
Absolutely.
All right, so y'all got to comment below. Let me know if y'all gonna spend $1,000 on her.
Yep, she told you this is what you get. And that's it right there. Nothing else. This is what $1,000 looks like on a date.
In a perfect world where you can have the exact first date you want, describe it to me.
I really want to go on a helicopter ride. A rooftop dinner.
All right, so helicopter ride. Y'all get out the helicopter. Car picks you up, takes you to rooftop dinner.
Yep.
Okay. What's next?
I'll probably just want to go to sleep.
Helicopter ride, $400 to $500. Chauffeur,
you think
$200.
That's your problem.
Rooftop dinner,
He don't gotta,
$300.
You don't gotta have sex just because he did that. He chose to.
Yep, she said that. I want to go on a helicopter ride. And then once I'm done, I want to go home, go to sleep. Which means you go home, I go home. Thanks for the ride. That's it. Period. And once again, not that you should be expecting more than that as a man, especially as a gentleman. It's just how this came out. All right, gentlemen, listen, here's the commentary phase. But the question is, what is it that you want? What is your purpose? Because if your purpose is conversation and getting to know them, that can happen over $100 or less. Told you, I'm Scrooge McDuck with the funds. The comments, leave them below. All you other gentlemen, these ladies have already showed you with the very short clips. They don't care. They're not here for a long time. Most are here for a good time, and the good time is spent on your money. Why are you gentlemen playing by outdated rules?
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.